Hey everybody, let's talk Big Brother. Not any particular episode. Let's just talk the live feeds. Let's talk the episodes. Let's talk Azah. Let's talk Tiffany. Let's talk X. That's Xavier. Let's talk Big D. Let's talk Whitney. Let's talk Alyssa. So basically, just from watching live feeds in between life and them cutting them off, cutting the feeds, I have deduced that there is some tension between, and this has nothing to do with game, some tension between Whitney and Azah as it relates to X. Because apparently, Whitney has a thing for X. She wants some chocolate. It's been out there that she wants some chocolate, and she's always flirting, like laying in the bed with him, like trying to listen to J. Cole with him in the HR room. And then there's Azah. Azah's like cuddling with him, like, oh my God.
Myself through a lot of things, worked myself through. At first, I had some maybe insecurities of like, did I feel like the cookout had the best intentions for me? Was like the thing I've been trying to decipher is I feel like our connections and our alliance is solid, right? Most definitely, but it's hard to kind of when you see, an alliance member being equally as nice or genuine to somebody else, it's like, okay, are you lying to me? And these are things that we're gonna deal with when we get out of here, because I've heard that people struggle with like, trusting people if it's real or if it's not. So that's where I was getting insecurities about, and then like the thought of like the time that's gonna come when Brittany has to go, and like that's somebody who has 100% trust in me, and like having to look her in the face and evict her, just like, to say frankly, just really fuck with me a lot, and it had me feeling really down about it and emotional about it. Now, from conversation I've been able to have to kind of get back on the same page with a couple members, that I'm okay now and I'm fine. And I think the best thing for me is to understand that everyone is going to play their game the best way that they know it, but they'll still have, no matter how they play it, and no matter how I play it, no matter how bad I play it, I'm still always going to have what we have at the center in mind and priority. Prioritize.
100%. I think everyone's on that mindset. And I like it because if we all play the same way, I don't think it would work. I think we need people who play a bunch of different styles to keep people kind of off the scent, but two, you need all those different styles to kind of be in the loop with everything that's going on. Like you need, or to kind of just keep the heat off all of us. If we all played like an aggressive style, people would be coming for all of us. But right now, no one's really coming.
I've like having real heart-to-heart conversations, and X did mention on one of the feeds that he actually enjoys Azah's company, but then he also mentioned that Whitney was marriage material, but he wouldn't necessarily get with her because it's been stated through Tiffany that when Claire had a crush on X, that he wouldn't necessarily get with Whitney because she has 2 kids and has already been married, and he kind of wants to be the first for all of that. Anyhow, it's a lot of like no-mances going on in the house, but I'm trying to gather a story to see what the real tea is, because though this is game, and I'm really concerned about game, like who's gonna win this and how are these 20,000 alliances gonna work. Because there was also some footage of X talking to camera in the room after, I believe it was Whitney who left, or maybe it was when Azah left, how he is now in 8 alliances. It was after Whitney left. He's in 8 alliances at this point. And it's like he's in, the cookout, he's in the 3 Kings, he was in Slaughterhouse, but that's no more. He's in this new alliance with Whitney, Christian, and Alyssa. I forget the name of that one. And it's several, it's 3 other ones that he mentioned, but I can't. So it's like he's in all these alliances. I think like this season has a historically record-breaking number of alliances in one house, and it's only week 3, which X did mention. It's only week 3. And he said basically after this week, he's not going to win anything unless he has to. His words, I'm gonna chillitude. Those are his words. So I don't know what's going on in this house. Like, you have so much game playing happening so fast. And like you have Alyssa and Christian and Hannah. Hannah's like talking to them all the time, but then they don't trust Hannah. They're like telling everybody, like, we need to watch Hannah. She's really smart. However, Hannah is an honorary cookout member. It's funny because I don't know that Hannah knows that she's in the cookout. I'm still unclear on that. Can somebody clear that up? Does Hannah know if she's in the cookout or not? I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out because, again, with Life, the primetime show and the live feeds, and that's a dog in the background barking. The live feeds, I haven't like gathered the entire story, and we know the primetime show is going to tell you everything. So we also have Brent in the house who thinks that he may have the votes to stay, which is so funny to me how he is so not self-aware that, one, he doesn't know that all the women don't like him, that they're repulsed by him. Two, he knows he's a target, but he doesn't know he's a target. Like, he mentioned that, if there's 7-4, then we know it's a snake. Like, no, Brent, it's going to be unanimous. Everybody's going to vote you out. And I can't wait to that interview with Julie, unless something happens in the house where they flip it. And Brittany's steadily spazzing out. Like, Brittany, you are not the target. It's like, she just hates being on the block. I hate it. And who am I coming for next? Like, I doubt, Brittany, that you will win a competition. Like, unless it's a mental competition, maybe, I don't know, but I don't think physically you're going to win a competition. And then they're all suspecting now that the next competition, HOH, is going to be the wall competition. And so that wall competition, as we know, if you watch for years, it's very biased to body types. Like, if you are a lightweight twink or a small wafy lady, you can last on it a little bit longer than, say, a Big D. So I can't wait to see Big D on that wall. I mean, I've been waiting for this since I saw Big D. That was the first thing I thought. Big D on the wall, that's going to be classic TV. That's Emmy worthy. Big D on the wall. But anyhow, tell me what you thought. Can you clear up some things? Does Hannah know if she's in the cookout? Should Brittany stop spazzing out? Has Azah finally calmed down? And speaking of Azah, I think she has finally calmed down. Like in a previous video, I mentioned that Azah says she gets it now. You're either stupid or you have to act like you're stupid. Because at first she didn't get it. She just thought everybody's going to come into the house all hunky-dory and we're going to be all kind to each other. She didn't realize this game is about lying and whispering. So tell me what you thought, and I'll be back.